Hello, what is up guys? Today I'm going to be making a Wintertodt guide. Main reason being is because I just got 99 Firemaking, so I've done a bit of Wintertodt. Also, when I was learning how to do Wintertodt, like when I was first starting out, I looked up a guide because I didn't really know how to do it effectively, and I really didn't find any good guides out there. The guides showed the basics, but I kind of had to learn how to be okay at it on my own. This isn't going to go super in depth, but I'm just going to go through a run here and I tell you some requirements, some tips, things like that. So the really only real requirement for Wintertodt is 50 firemaking, but it is recommended to have a decent fletching, woodcutting, herblore, and construction levels. Reason being is because the higher levels, the better your rewards. Your rewards are based on those levels. So I actually only have one construction, but I got my herblore to 50 because 50 is better than 1. 50 is probably a good base level to have. It's easy to get to. It's only 100k XP, and you still get a better reward than when you're at 0. And obviously, I have 99 woodcutting, almost or 93 fletching. But yeah, so though that's what's recommended. Some required items. Well, the only required items are an axe, tinderbox, and a hammer, and some food. In my opinion, it's actually easier to do Wintertodt at a low level. So this is my level 3 skiller. I found it easier to do on this account than it was on my main, which is level 113. Reason being is because when you get hit by the Wintertodt, you get hit based on, or you get hit a percentage of your hit points. So since my hit points is only 10, I only get hit 1s and 2s. Whereas my hit points level is 92 on my main, so I get hit big numbers. So that means you need better food, which means it's more expensive. So you don't make nearly as much profit, if any profit. I pretty much purely profited because I only use cakes. And I think I only use about 280 to 99. Cakes are, 175 a piece. Whereas if you're using sharks, that's over a K. If you're using Sarah Brews, those are expensive too. So yeah, so basically I'm just going to go through a run here and kind of give some tips along the way. Also recommended is some warm clothing. This is also not required, but it will help with damage reduction. There's a whole list of quote-unquote warm clothing, things that count as warm clothing. The Santa outfit, Santa hats, different hunter gear, all the scarves, a fire cape, yak hide armor. I actually started out with none. I didn't even want to mess with it. I just figured I'd get the Pyromancer gear, which is something you have a chance, I think it's like a 1 in 25 or something like that, from the crates you'll get from the Wintertodt. I actually got pretty lucky. I'm pretty sure each one it's a 1 in 150 drop rate, and I got the whole set. I got the top on 1 KC, and I got the whole set by like 75 KC. So I was very lucky because it is 1 in 150 for each one. So technically, because of my KC is just over 500, I shouldn't have even gotten the full set. But I actually got pretty lucky and got some pretty good jobs. I even got the pet. But yeah, so warm clothing definitely recommended. Not required. Like I said, I didn't do it right away. I just waited to get this, and I did all right. So we're gonna go into a round here. To get here, Games Necklace. The only requirement to use the Wintertodt Camp teleport is that you have to have been to Zaya before using it. So if you try to use the Wintertodt Camp teleport before you've ever been to Zaya, it won't let you. So you just go to Port Sarim, go down to the guy, and go to Zaya one time, and that's it. Like, that's all you have to do. But that is the only requirement to get here. Besides 50 firemaking, obviously. But, so since we're in the middle of a round here, I'm actually going to wait it out. And this is a little waiting area. You can just chill here. And if you come here and you forget your hammer and your tinderbox, or your axe, there's a whole bucket here you can take from and stuff. So since I'm waiting here, so if you go in, this is not required, but it is recommended because you get more points. Take a couple of these potions here. Concoction is what they're called. They're actually rejuvenation potions for the Pyromancer, because the Pyromancer gets damaged. The Pyromancer dies, you're not allowed, you can't light the brazier. So you don't want that. And a lot of times nobody is healing, which is kind of stupid because it's a decent amount of points to heal the Pyromancer. But a lot of people don't do it. So you'll be sitting here and the brazier will go out and nobody will relight or will heal the pyromancer. So just mix a couple of these. These are 4 dose potions, so they last the amount you need. So I'm just gonna wait it out. Wait for the round to end, then I'll be back. Alright, so that round ended. There's 4 different areas, as you can see up here in the top left corner. I prefer to go to either one of the north areas, simply because there's way more people down in the south areas, and it gets a little bit laggy. Plus, you have a better chance of being the only healer up here, which means you get more points. Each time you heal the pyromancer, you get 30 points. Now, your goal is to get to 500 points. 500 points means you get a crate, and you get whatever your level is times 100 XP. So my level is 99 right now. At the end of a round, if I get 500 points, I get 9.9k XP, which is a good amount of XP. I'm pretty sure here you can max out at around 300k XP. That's the most I was getting. I think I maxed out at like 312k XP an hour. It obviously goes up as your level goes up because you get more bonus XP, plus you get more XP just from putting logs in the brazier. So I'll be back when this round starts in about 27 seconds. Alright, so you always want to start right next to the brazier, simply because when you light it, you get a bonus 25 points, free 25 points right off the bat. So you want to light this brazier right away, because if you miss it, you miss out on 25 points and a decent chunk of XP. So after lighting, you're going to go chop these broomer roots. They look like logs, but they're roots. Now, there's a couple different things you can do here. So after you chop them, you can fletch them with a knife. Fletching is a decent bit of XP. I'm not sure what the XP rates are, but you get 55 XP per log you fletch, and you fletch them into like a group of like sticks. And the reason people do that is because you actually get quite a bit more points. So when you put these in the brazier, you get 10 points per root, but if you fletch them, you get 25 points. So the more points you get, the more, or the better your crate is. So I usually, this way, I average around 300k XP an hour, but I only average between around 600 points per round. So I like to have it on game mode down here, simply because then I can see when the Wintertodt, it says, the cold of the Wintertodt seeps into your bones. When that happens, you're going to stop putting logs into the brazier, so you need to click the brazier again. Now, always watch your HP. This is a minigame where you have to pay attention because you can die very easily. Now, since you have an hour to get back, it's not really usually a problem because you just get a games next to the teleport right back. But you need to pay attention because you can die really easily, especially if you're a higher level because you get hit pretty high. So, always keep an eye on the brazier because I gotta wait for it to do it. There's a couple of different snowfalls that will go over the brazier. There's a big snowfall which you want to get out of the way for. I hope it just does it so it's hard to explain. But it'll be like a little trickle of snowfall above the brazier. And when that happens, you're going to want to run over here and light the brazier again. You're basically just going back and forth. This minigame is very simple. It's just you have to pay attention. And make sure to see that snow that just happened right there. Get out of the way because that will hit you. And if you're higher HP, obviously it'll hit you higher. Because it takes a percentage of your HP away, not just a set number. Which is why it's easier, in my opinion, to do as a level 3 skiller. So see, you're getting a decent chunk of XP every time you put a log in here. So you want to get out of the way. See, that was a big snowfall. See, that'll break the brazier, and it'll explode and hit you. So you want to fix it, which you'll get construction XP if you have construction level. Since I'm level 1, I don't get construction XP when I fix it. But you want to fix it and then light it, and you get 25 points per time. So basically, every time the brazier breaks, that's a free 50 points. Your points are over here, by the way. So you want to get out of the way because it's snowfall. And I like to position my camera so I have a black background so I can see when the snowfall is coming. Because if I have this background, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. So the best place to sit is right here, and then angle your camera so you have a black background. So since I ran out of broom roots, we'll run over here and do that again. Also, so a way to gauge, because you won't want to cut a full inventory of logs if you only have, say, a few % energy left. So I say about every log you burn or you feed to the brazier is about, you get a little over 1 log per %. So see, I have 15%. That means I could probably get about 17 or 18 logs in. So I'm going to go over in just a second. So I have 14. Alright, we're going to go over there because I have about 16 logs here. So I should be able to get most of them in. So that was a small snowfall, so that you don't have to get out of the way for, but you have to watch for that because then you can light the brazier again. So each round is usually, oh, you gotta get out of the way. So see, he died, so you're gonna want to help him if you have your potions. So I just got a free 30 points, just like that. If you don't have your potions, then you don't get points. You don't get those points, and it's a easy points, and it only takes up a couple inventory slots. Alright, so that was it. So I just got a bonus 9.9k XP. Says your Wintertodt count, and you get a crate. So that's the only one I'm going to do. This video is already long enough already. So then you're going to run back. And so I used to open my crates as I got them, but that fills up my inventory too quickly. And I want to stay out here as long as I can so I don't have to run back and forth all the time. So I collect my crates, but I didn't do that when I was hunting for the Pyromancer gear. When I still didn't have all the pieces of the Pyromancer gear, it's easier to, well, you want to open them right away to see if you got a Pyromancer piece. But since I didn't, I would just go until I ran out of food. So I would collect crates and then I'd run back here and open them all. So I think I had around 600 points that round. Let's open it up here. I got 9 raw sharks and 2 rubies. So if you're using sharks or if you're using brews, you probably would have profited on this one. But there's a lot of them where you get some pretty shit loot, so you wouldn't profit. So that's why, in my opinion, it should be one of the first things you do on an account. Just get it done. If you're going for max efficiency, obviously most people that weren't going to do firemaking as their first thing they do on an account. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis of Wintertodt. I kind of went through it pretty quickly. That round went by quicker than I thought, even though this video is already 12 minutes fucking long. But now I'm going to go through just what I got from 99. I saved all my loot and things like that. So this is my Wintertodt tab. And as you see, it's 3.9 mil. But I did get a couple of magic seeds. I think I already had one, but I remember getting 2. I got some maple seeds and I got some willow seeds. So this is about, say, 900k. I think I price checked it earlier. It was about 900k. And I did actually get the whole set plus a couple of extra items. I got an extra hood, a couple extra broomer torches, an extra top, a couple extra gloves. The only thing I didn't duplicate in was the boots and the legs. And you also get a decent amount of XP. I started with like 67k XP. I'm broke right now because I spent all my money on Herblore. I had a couple mil and I spent it on Herblore and stuff. But yeah, so I got almost 400. Actually, no, I spent 99k on a cape. So I got almost 500k cash. Well, from when I was keeping track. So, I mean, you can get a decent amount of cash over time, too. But this is my tab. I got a bunch of burnt pages. Your burnt pages are going to be the majority of the amount of money you make, depending on your levels. Obviously, if you have higher fletching, herblore, construction, or woodcutting, you're going to get better rewards. But yeah, and I also got lucky. I got a Tome of Fire, which is 1 in 1k. So I got really lucky in this, which is odd because generally my RNG isn't that good. But I actually got really lucky and got all my pieces by like 75 KC. I got a Tome of Fire pretty quickly, and I got the Phoenix Pet. I got the Phoenix Pet level like 93 or 94. I actually didn't even realize it. I went like 7 or 8 more kills before I actually realized it, which is scary because if you die in there, which I've died a bunch of times. If you die, I would have lost my pet, and I wouldn't have even known I had it because I hadn't insured it yet. And I still haven't insured it yet because I don't want to waste, or I don't want to spend 500k right now. So I probably won't have that out very much. But yeah, also I got some magic logs too. I think there's about 300 of those are from this. But yeah, so pretty much Wintertodt is pretty profitable. It makes firemaking a lot quicker, profitable, and I would say overall more enjoyable. I never liked firemaking, and I never would have gotten into 99 if Wintertodt hadn't come out because I hate firemaking, and it's expensive. There was no way of getting around. There was no way of getting around spending money, and I'm a cheap ass. So yeah, this is just this is my Wintertodt guide, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If I didn't make anything clear or there's a part that didn't really make sense, leave a comment. Let me know. I'll reply to your questions and things like that. So, yeah, thank you for watching. More videos coming out soon. More on my main. I think what I'm going to do is kind of do like a skiller videos every once in a while. just on progress when I make progress. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys later.